Okay, welcome guys. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the latest film, Fury, which stars Brad Pitt as the main character. My short summary of the film, if I had to kind of put it in a couple words, this is kind of like Saving Private Ryan, but with tanks, basically. Um, it's a great film. It's in fact my favorite film out of this entire year. But don't be fooled. This film is a true to life war film. This is not your A Bridge Too Far kind of Gettysburg film where it holds back on the gore or realities of war. This is a full-on Saving Private Ryan. You're going to see guts. You're going to see heads blown off. You're going to see full-end stuff. And the characters themselves, you can see how the realities of war affect them. That's one thing you're going to be seeing in this film. So they're not Superman. They're not Superman and Batman where, hey, you have a tank crew and you have these American soldiers and they're out to save the world and they're the best of people in the world. This is war. War is affecting them. They've been fighting yard by yard against the Nazi army, and it's affecting them. And their decisions are getting into that gray field in terms of morality. And you'll have to see the movie to figure out what's going on there. I'm not going to kind of spoil that for you, but you got to kind of keep that in mind when seeing this film. Also, one thing I also noticed in this film is the tactics that they use in this film work. They're not, these tanks are not, especially the Shermans here, they're not invulnerable. They're not like, hey, we got a tank and the Sherman tank is the best in the world, we're destroying Nazi tanks left and right. No, it's not. You're going to see how vulnerable the Sherman tanks were in Europe. And one real cool thing I really noticed, because I studied, I'm a big World War II history buff, that it took a number of Shermans to take out one German tank. You're going to notice those tactics actually being employed in this film, which is very interesting. I appreciated that a great deal. Now, I'm going to go over the cast here. So don't mind this big Dumb and Dumber 2 ad. I'm not gonna even pay it any attention because I'm not looking forward to that movie. I'm not seeing that at all. And anyway, first one was anyway. Moving on. So it did score very well on IMDb. And going over the actors, Brad Pitt did an incredible job, incredible performance as the staff sergeant in this film, who is the tank commander. Then you also have the other main character, Logan Lerman, who plays Norman Ellison. Both of these two characters did an incredible job. So much so that it was on par with like Saving Private Ryan in terms of performance. It was incredible. I really did enjoy their performances, and they single-handedly could have made the movie, basically. You also had Shia LaBeouf in the film. Now, I was kind of worried when I saw him in this film because I wasn't that big of a fan of his in the Transformers films. If you saw the Transformers films, you know what I'm talking about. However, he did do a good job in this film. Had he not have done the Transformers films, and this be his kind of like debut into the mainstream film, I would have definitely been very impressed and been planning to follow his career. But hopefully this is kind of his saving grace and his turning around in terms of his career and not doing such crappy movies as the Transformers films were. The other kind of memorable performances were by the main other supporting characters, by Michael Pena, John Bernthal. Those were the other main characters that I was kind of like, wow, you can see how war is getting to these soldiers, and they did really good performances there. So overall, I did enjoy watching the film. It was the best film that I saw all year. I do recommend you going to see it. However, if you're planning to bring your significant other with you to see the film, just let her know, or let him know, whoever you're taking with you to the film, that this film is going to bring the realities of war onto the screen. So if they're not cool with seeing heads being, yeah, you probably want to kind of have them stay home while you go with the other people, with people that want to go see it and are ready for things like that. Um, this is not a movie you take your kids to. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Unless, well, I wouldn't bring kids to this film. It's very gory. Brings a lot of realities of war that I don't think kids should see um, at their age yet. But that's basically my review of the film. I do highly recommend going to see it. It's still in theaters. It will be coming on iTunes very soon. It's already out for pre-order. I think, I think I remember seeing somewhere around December. I'm thinking around, or possibly in the early New Year, this film is supposed to come out. But that does it for this review, guys. I will catch you in the next one. See you then.